All right, everyone, back here on PALS TV. Amanda got it started right over in Steubenville with our virtual tour. Now we're going to head over to Gallia County, join our friends there. Uh, Dave's been bringing us a lot of really cool segments from Gallia throughout the last 8 seasons, and the ceramics, and we talked about the gardening. But something I'm definitely proud of there is the vocational program and what they do every single day and what they're able to accomplish. They do a lot of different groundskeeping projects. They work with the local school guiding hands. Adopt a Block is something we were doing, helping a lot of the neighbors in our shopping plaza, and even helping build PALS Park down there in Gallia. Their very own park. So our vocab crew is going to come to us live from one of their locations and talk to us about some of the things they do there. We'll have Amber, Cody, and Caleb joining Dave. Also Van 4, that's another one you'll see behind everyone. That's a fan favorite of mine that got PALS started a long time ago. It actually was parked out front of my house for a year before it actually began running. So live from Gallia County, we're going to have Dave, Amber, Cody, and Caleb. Guys? Mike, can you unmute Dave, please, if you're there? Oh, Dave. We are working on that right now. As you can see, we're still missing our host here on PALS TV. Definitely looking forward to our executive producer joining us in the next few days. We've missed him, but he's been serving our country, and we're very proud of what he does. So hopefully we'll have him back here soon. I'm just working on a couple of technical difficulties. We'll get you headed over to Gallia County here soon and join Dave and Amber, Cody, and Caleb. Great crew actually down there, while we get Dave unmuted. Very proud of everything that they do, they accomplish. Every time I get to go down there and see them in action and see them working, there's pride in everything that they do and how they handle themselves, and it shows. And it always makes me proud to watch just the, I guess, how well they do their job, and how thorough it is. And like I said, the pride in just their work in general, whether it's the locations and making sure that it's pristine where they're at, or the center itself. Our building over in Silverbridge Plaza is probably one of the best kept buildings we have at PALS. I can say that because I get all of them a lot. So yeah, it's incredible what happens there, and we couldn't be more thankful. So we are still working on some technical difficulties. Just a second. Season number 9. Actually, I see some people on here now that didn't begin the day with us. Lauren and Kristen's good seeing you guys again. And I was talking about some different shows that hadn't made it all the way to season 9, and Kristen brought up a couple, but actually Kristen's one was Supernatural, and that's been on for 15 seasons now, so we got a little ways to go to catch up for that. But the vast majority of seasons have not made it this far, so I'm still working through some technical difficulties this far down the road, but we're trying to make it happen. So
Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Wave if you can hear me. Okay, good, good. All right, it's good to see you guys again. We're down here in Gallia County. We, you know, even though a lot of places are closed down, you know, we had a lot of contracts with our mowing crew, so we've kind of kept that going. So even days like today where it's trying to decide if it's going to rain or not, we're out here just kind of waiting it out. And I think it's kind of quit enough to where we're going to start mowing. So, I want to introduce some of my friends here. Let me flip the camera around here. Okay, so first person we got here, this is Caleb. Hello. Caleb's the Gallia program. Caleb has been with PALS since they started in 2017, I believe, in Gallia. And before Gallia, he was with the Galco program. Yep. And Caleb, how many years was you with Gallia? Well, I can say you've been affiliated with Galco since you've been like knee-high to a grasshopper, pretty much. He's he went to the grade school, Guiding Hand, and then he graduated from Guiding Hand, went straight over to Galco and started working there. And so he's been connected with us, I would say, 15 years now. So Caleb's one of my key mowers. He's really good with the rider. He will push mow if he's in a good mood. Yeah. Maybe. And I tell you what, he's a whiz with the weed eater. So, Caleb's been on the mowing crew for what, about 10 years now, Caleb?
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. So he's seen a lot of things come and go with the contracts that we mow and people that kind of come in and out of the team. But Caleb's been consistent all through, and so he's kind of worked himself up to being one of our key players on the team here. So Caleb, tell us a little bit about yourself. What kind of hobbies do you have?
Hobbies.
Sorry about that. I know it's kind of hard to hear him, but we got our masks up, so I'll try to kind of get a little bit closer.
Hobbies.
So he likes wrestling. I know that.
I like watching a bit of TV.
So movies. He likes camping. We had Camp PALS last year, and so that was a phenomenal time.
And canoeing. We went canoeing.
So Caleb and me and a couple other folks went to Hocking Hills. It's a canoe. Can't remember the name of it. It was up in Hocking Hills, and we went canoeing for the day. And
yeah,
actually, Caleb's got his own poster.
Yeah,
at PALS. So he's kind of not only a key player in the mowing crew, he's a star.
That's right.
So, so what's your favorite food, Caleb?
Pizza.
Pizza. What kind of pizza do you like?
Lorobi's.
Lorobi's. Yep. So Lorobi's, if you're not from around here, Lorobi's is like the primo spot for pizza, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody comes some miles around to get Lorobi's. I like Giovanni's, but hey, to each his own. So, anyways, Caleb's he's going to start that weed eater up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to step over here and talk to Cody real quick. This is Cody Camden.
Hi.
He's not robbing a bank here. He's just got his mask up.
Don't say
so Cody's been on the mowing crew for about,
I don't know.
Oh, help me out, Amber.
I don't know, Amber.
Since I started.
I'd say about 7 years, maybe. Cody's one of our best push mowers. He's faithful. He comes every time you call. He's always ready to work. He's always in a good mood. He's always got a. Am I telling the truth?
Yeah.
He's always ready to work, and he's just a great part of the team. And so, Cody, tell us, what do you like about being on the mowing crew?
Get a check, get some money.
Get money. Yeah, he likes to make them paychecks to buy video. He likes Ice Road Truckers. What's your favorite video, Cody?
Yes, sir.
Wrestling, and then you like what? Ice Road Truckers.
Yeah.
What else you like?
Go out, eat, and go swim in a pond.
He's not normally this shy, so.
No.
But Cody's done really good with a push mower. he'll push mow about anywhere I sign him to, and so he's been a good part of the team. And so, what's your favorite food, Cody?
Robies.
LaRobi's. See, I told you, LaRobi's is a hot place in Gallia County. Like I don't know why, but hey, everybody loves it.
Yeah.
I always order it, told them to hold the grease. So you get enough grease out of the thing to oil your car.
Yeah.
Now, last but not least, this is Amber. And somebody's calling my phone here.
Not funny, you know?
Okay, there we are. So Amber's been on the mowing crew for about the same time as Cody, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 7 years. So Amber started about 7 years ago in the mowing crew, and she started out like everybody else, and she kind of worked herself up to be a rider. Amber actually is pretty good with the riding mower. She does a really good job with it. She's pretty consistent with her mowing. She enjoys it. She's a hard worker. Sometimes I got to actually make her stop working. So never have to get on her to, unlike some people I won't mention, never have to get on Amber's case to get busy. I didn't mention names. So, but Amber's, this is one of the riders Amber uses. This is a Z-Force zero turn. Oh, wait a minute, Amber. So I forgot to ask you, what's your favorite food?
Pizza,
And I guess LaRobi's is the place you like from.
pretty much.
Pretty much, but she likes to. She'll branch out and do the Giovanni's and Pizza Hut. She's not a pizza snob, are you? You'll eat it from anywhere. So, anyways, this is kind of one of the riders that Amber uses, and it's a Z-Force zero turn Cub Cadet. And actually, I like the style of this mower. I don't really like the zero turns that much because they usually have like two handlebars on them. They're really tricky to steer and maneuver. But this here actually is a zero turn, which means you can just sit still and kind of spin in circles if you wanted to. Not that we ever do that. And it's just got a steering wheel on it. See that? So it's a lot easier to manipulate and maneuver. And I really like this style of mower because it's good for trimming around telephone poles or trees especially. And actually, you'll get to see Amber in action here in a little bit. But first thing what we do is when we go out on the job, we start thinking about some things as far as safety. And so if you'll notice, one of the biggest safety rules we have with our riding mowers is what, Amber?
Steel toe boots.
Steel toe boots right there. So them things are steel toed. Everybody on the crew has got steel toe boots. Just in case your foot slips underneath that mower deck, it'll chop your top of your shoe off and kind of save your toes. Now you're going to feel some pain, but you're probably going to more than likely keep your toes. Plus, Amber kicks me really hard. It'll make a dent. So then we also wear like the masks right now. We're going through this the COVID-19, and so some of the requirements to be out in the community is we're all wearing a mask. We all have kind of like a different style.
Yeah, I got do-rag.
You can see everybody's kind of got a little bit of a different style.
Yeah.
But we're going to honor that as long as we need to. And then everybody's got some eye protection. So she's got some goggles up there that she uses. Cody's got his. Caleb's got a pair of glasses to block rocks and sticks when he's weed eating. So another big issue or another big safety concern we have is when we're out mowing, it's usually not like this. Like this is a weird day for us because usually it's like 90 degrees out and it's sunny as all get out. And today's actually not that bad because we got some, even though it's a little wet and there's a little bit of rain, we got some clouds to keep us a little bit cooler, but it's muggy. It's muggy, but hey, there's a job to do, right? Okay, so we come around, we look at this mower here. This is Amber's big Z-Force. Okay, so before Amber usually starts for the day, what she'll do, or what we do is we'll come over, and the first thing you want to check, Caleb, is oil. You're right, oil. Did you say gas?
Yes.
Yeah, first.
Okay, so this is your dipstick. So what you want to do is,
I'll just check the gas first. And
go ahead and check that for me, Caleb. Show them how to do it. So, and you see there's a little bit of oil on the end of your dipstick. So that means you've got plenty of oil in the engine, so you're good to go. Now, if you pull that out and it's dry as a bone and there's no oil on it, you need to go put some oil on that before you start it up, because that's going to wear your engine out pretty quick. It's going to sound like a bunch of gravel rolling around in a metal bucket. So Caleb's using the old pants as a rag routine there. I've got a rag in the truck, but Cody, can you run over to the trailer and grab that rag and funnel, please? It's on the other side. So, okay, so we're good with the oil, Caleb? Okay, so then after that, you want to check your gas out. So that's your gas tank right here. Okay, so it looks like it could probably use a little bit of gas. So can you grab the big gas, the big red one? So he's going to put a little bit of gas in here. This is kind of like that that tiller that we had when Rankins was tilling his garden. We had gas it up, same thing. So you want a funnel for that, or? Okay, so Caleb's pouring his gas in there. Be careful, you don't want to spill it all over your gas tank. It was lower than we thought, wasn't it? So while he's doing that, I'll just kind of pan around, show you the contract that we're mowing, and I'll get a little bit better view later. But this is one of our contracts. It's called Community Action. And if you look over there, that place with the green roof, that's actually the Chester Park. And sometimes we'll pull in there and get out of the sun and drink some pop or eat some pizza and kind of just relax for the lunch period there. All right, so he's gonna put his cap back on, but he kind of spilled a little bit of gas. So what he's gonna do is kind of wipe that up. You don't want to leave a bunch of excess gas all over your gas tank, do you, Cody? Yeah, that's a safety measure there. You don't want to leave a puddle of gas. So he's gonna wipe the tank down. Oh, lost his cap. Okay, wipe the cap down just a little bit. Get the dust and the grass out of the cap, because you don't want that stuff going down in your gas. So, yep, doing a good job. Yep. And there you go. And then what you want to do too now is, Cody, can you grab the gas can, put it back? And,
yeah.
And then, well, Cody's doing that. Gas is strong in there. So one thing you want to do is you want to check your tires on your mower. There's one time this summer, I won't say who it was, but it was me, and I got lazy and didn't check my tires and went to mowing, and this one right here was flat. So I did a couple of rows. I kept thinking, well, what's going on here? What's that? It's like scalping the ground. So I got off and I realized that I had a flat tire. So go around, kick your tires, make sure there's plenty of air in them. Good. Show them. Put your foot on the tire, just kind of like push down. Springs back, you're doing pretty good. So we checked that too. And just kind of look down at your mower deck. There's a little bit of grass down there. That's fine. We always try to clean them off at the end of the day, because what happens if you leave the grass clippings in there too much, it's going to get hard. And it'll start pulling and bogging your belt down. So make sure that's clear. Like I said, can't be perfectly clean, but we do pull most of the grass out of there every day.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have that very much.
Because that grass gets wet, and when it dries out, it's like solid. So, okay. I think you're good there, Caleb. So that's kind of like the rundown of the basics of your riding mower there. It's got 2 blades on the bottom, and I think it's like a 54-inch cut. So every pass you do is 54 inches. So that's kind of a good size for what we do here as far as our mowing crew, because the mowers fit in pretty well with that 54-inch. I'd like to have bigger, but our trailer's just not big enough to get that big of a mower in there with the gas and the push mowers. So we go for around 50 to 54-inch mower deck. Okay, so hold on a minute here, Amber. She's gearing up to get on there. Let's go. Let's check the push mower. Cody's gonna check his push mower for us. So this is Cody's push mower.
Yeah.
So this is his main job. So Cody's going to, I think you've got plenty of gas in there, but you go ahead.
Yeah,
He checks it. Let's show him where the gas tank is.
right here.
Okay.
Got plenty.
So what do you do? First thing you're supposed to do, Cody, remember, is check what?
Check. Check the jar.
Check oil.
Check oil.
Oil. And so there you go. Cody's going to pull the dipstick out of this one and check it. And I know it's got oil because I put oil in the other day, but you know, Cody didn't know that. So if I wasn't here to tell him that I put oil in the other day, then, you know, so, but this is Cody's machine right here. We're hoping to update this one pretty soon, but anyways, this is a pretty basic push mower.
Yeah.
It's a, what kind is this?
I don't know.
Massport Briggs & Stratton motor. Pretty solid mower. It's had a little bit of wear on it. But this is kind of like for those who watched Rankin's episodes where he was cutting up or tilling his ground.
Yeah, I knew about that.
This right here has the same little safety bar on it right here. So you're mowing, you want to hold that down if you let go or trip.
Yeah.
Engine shuts off instantly. So sometimes we got to raise up our deck and lower our deck with that little lever right there. That little lever right there is how you raise up your deck and cut grass higher or lower. And I think we got it pretty high right now.
Yeah, pretty high.
We try to match the mower. We try to match the push mower deck with the riding deck. Have about the same height, but sometimes they don't always match because they aren't the same size. But we try to get close.
Yeah.
So that's Cody's big machine right there. I can tell he's itching to get started.
They got the thing beside me.
I'll stay beside you, but so then we'll come over to Caleb's got a weed eater here that we're using, and so this is a Husqvarna, and Caleb's, I tell you what, like he's a master at the weed eater. Like he does a really good job. But it's dual strength. Pull your head up here. So you can see right there, is that thing spinning? It cuts grass twice as fast like that. So we've got a bar in the middle there for the grab onto, and then right there's kind of like this trigger kill switch right there. It's got a little trigger on it that's for your RPMs on your gas on your. And it has a little kill bar too right there. You look right there. You gotta push that down, get it working. So that's the weed eater. The weed eater has like a special gas. Did you put gas in that yet? I think it needs gassed up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's strong enough here. He's struggling with the cap. He could probably use a little bit. So, do you think you got enough in it? Or do you want to fill it up now so you're not running out in the middle of your job? So it's always important to fill up your mower and your weed eater before you start the job, because it's always
you don't do it.
Yeah, you lose. You know, you start getting a little bit tired and you're running out of gas and the mower quits. Sometimes you just don't feel like starting again. So if you feel Not that ever happens, but that's a good little motivating tool right there, is fill it up first so you don't have to stop the job, because it's not fun to have to stop and then start over again. So and Aaron mentioned bus number 4. So if anybody's ever wondered what happened to old van 4, it came to Gallia and it transformed into van 23. And so it's now the Gallia official mowing van. And so it's been a good van. We had a van just like this before, and it was a good van. I think they had it since 1991, and it finally gave up the ghost this past year. And now we've got van 23, which is former van 4. So it's doing a good job too. That's our trailer. All right, so what we're going to do is, you guys ready to see him start mowing? Give me a thumbs up. Not you.
You poor Campbell.
Give me a thumbs up then, Amber. Okay, so we're going to start Amber. So usually what I do on the mowing, start mowing, is Amber usually jump on the rider and I'll give her some direction of where to mow. So Amber, what's important things to remember when you're mowing? You're supposed to you throw grass away from cars, and you throw grass away from your trees. So you can throw grass away from things, because it's really not fun to have to take a broom and go clean off someone's car. Not that ever happens with us, but or a sidewalk. But Amber's going to start it up here, and she's going to I'm going to have her go bow around those 2 trees over there. So she's going to be real careful. Amber, make sure you're not near the road. Come back this way before you get close to the road, and I'll go down there as soon as I get these guys taken care of, and I'm going to stay near the road and kind of like watch out for you, okay? So you have to choke it a little bit. It's kind of cold. Okay. Good. Yeah. Caleb's going to start it up. He's going to start just kind of going random places where there's high weeds. And the same thing, Caleb, remember, like we get near the gravel, don't get near the cars, the gravel, because we don't want to chip somebody's paint. So if there's grass that's left over around a car, just leave it be. And so we'll come back in a couple of weeks and spray it with some weed killer. But Caleb's going to start on his weed eating. So now usually what happens is me and Cody team up. Cody's going to grab his push mower, and we're just going to kind of trim areas that Amber can't get to. It's a little bit too dangerous for a rider or too small an area. Oh. Well, hold on. Let's let her. I'm gonna have you get by the road, but I want to be there first. All right. All right, Cody. All right, So one of the challenges with the mowing is try to watch everybody at the same time at the same place, because you kind of have to have everybody in the same area, but you can't have them so close that they're going to run over each other. So it's kind of a challenge. So we're over here on a road, and what I'm going to do is stand right here, kind of just make sure traffic sees us. So Cody's make sure he doesn't get too close to the road. What is it? I think we had a breakdown here.
I think it's great.
Try it again. So pull it over here, Cody. Flat spot. Try it again. So you got a lot of traffic coming through. Everybody's looking at me funny. I'm filming them. This is this place is known for being a speed trap, so they probably think I'm a cop or something. Getting some looks. All right, let's try it again, Cody. Just do a strip or two and show them how you do it. Okay, so Cody trimmed up this, you see right here, trimmed this up so the rider didn't have to get too close to the road. And then we're going to pull this, push him over here all the way.
Yeah.
We're going to take it, let's take it over by that tree, Cody. Okay. So Cody's kind of my assistant supervisor, so he'll do a row or two and get some trimming done, then he'll stop and help me supervise. Let's go right there. Good. Oh, you're good. I need you to help me supervise now, okay?
Okay, I'll supervise.
Okay, so he's got his section done. Now he's going to help me keep an eye on Amber. And I'll keep an eye on Caleb here while he's by the side of the road, just so cars know he's there. So it's kind of tricky here. I gotta watch his back for him, and whenever a car's coming, he pulls back, and then as soon as it clears up, he'll start weed eating again. So, all right, you're good, Caleb. Okay, you're good. Okay, so we'll move over to those trees. Let's start over there. Cody supervises for me. He's making sure that everything's going on all right. Nobody's going off the path too much. Are they doing a good job, Cody? Yeah. Do you think we need to work on with them?
Yeah.
What's that? What do they need to work on?
Maybe make Kayla do the next yard.
Caleb needs to do the next one.
Yeah. Get him a break.
Give her a break.
Yeah.
Well, so anyways, we're going to stop for a minute because we've got about 4 more minutes of this segment. So,
Oh my, that was fine.
but anyways, we'll just we'll kind of wrap it up a little bit here. So this contract here is a little high. They were having their employees mow it for the past 2 months, and then they gave it back to us. So in the meantime, it sat here for about 3 weeks and didn't get mowed. So that's what's going on here. Amber's having a little bit of trouble getting her rider through it. So days like this, you got to really slow down the pace, and it throws a lot of dead grass on the ground there. So, but anyways, it's kind of like how the mowing crew works a little bit. So some things to think about is you got to be careful because you've got machinery. You got 3 people on machinery, and you have to do it at the same time. You don't have time to just weed eat and then cut and whatever because we got so many contracts, so we got to keep it going together. So, you know, what we do is we keep everybody kind of in the same area, working together, where I can see them all at once. But we also got to remember we try to keep everybody spread out enough to where somebody's not running over somebody. So what you notice is we put kind of Cody kind of one area and Caleb another and Amber another, and even though they're in the same area, they didn't really on top of each other. So that's kind of how we do that with our mowing crew. And there's times we've had like 4 or 5 people, and it gets a little crazy. So the best, I think your best setup's about 3 people, maybe 4 if they're really good and they're really slow and consistent on their machine. So, but also things to think about too is you've got people's cars, so we got to remember mow strategically. So we know not to just jump in there and throw grass everywhere. We do have some contracts you can throw grass wherever you want to; it doesn't matter. And then some you got to be really careful where you're mowing, because you could hit a rock and chip somebody's windshield, and then that's not going to be good. So we're very careful when we're around people's cars. Sometimes they'll mow up to a certain point, and I'll jump on at the end just to kind of help them out a little bit. But I try to stay off the mowers as much as I can, because this is, it's their jobs, and I assist. I'm here to assist them, but not do the work. So, but yeah, also when you're near roadways, we have some contracts where we're around the roads, and we just can't control that. So we got to be strategic as far as how we weed eat or push mow around the road. So if a car's coming, you just kind of want to stop what you're doing, let them go by. Same thing, you don't want to chip somebody's paint or their windshield with a rock. So it's kind of a term of respect for people driving by for you to shut your mower off. It's kind of an etiquette. I'll tell you guys another etiquette too. It's a pet peeve of mine. And you guys, now that I tell you about it, you'll be looking out for this, okay? I can't stand when people get in a mower and they throw grass on the road. That really bothers me. Don't ever do that. If you see someone doing that too, you go up to them and you say, stop doing that. That's not safe, because people on motorcycles come through. And if a little bit of rain hits that grass, it's like ice. So if you see somebody throwing grass out in the road, you want to inform them, don't do that. I think that might even be like, they might get a citation for that. I know they will around here. Or somebody's gonna jump out of the truck, yell at them. So don't see a lot around here, but I do see it every once in a while. It's kind of a pet peeve, because I think it's a safety issue, because I've slipped on wet grass and it is slick. So anything else, Caleb, you want to share about what's going on with the mowing this summer? He's
right offhand.
been enjoying it. He kind of sat home for a while through the quarantine. He was just chomping at the bit to get back from work, and Cody was too, and I think Amber was. So they've been back for about 2 weeks now, and it's a lot of hard work, but I think that they've been enjoying it so far. They're ready for like some fun days too, but got a lot of responsibility with these lots, so we put these first. And then what we try to do is work really hard, because mowing, you just can't set a day to mow. You can, but what happens is you get rain or you get something breaks down, and then you got to kind of like fluctuate your schedule. So we always start out our mowing season with a good schedule, but by the end of it, you're kind of like fluctuating a lot because of the rain and equipment issues or scheduling. So, but we tend to hit it pretty hard the first part of the week. And then usually by about Thursday at the end of the day, it's starting to ease up a little bit if something hasn't broke down or if we haven't had rain. And then we try to make like the end of the week a little bit more fun, laid back. So it's good to be on the mowing crew, guys. So,
Well, thanks, Dave.
Anybody have any questions or anything?
All right. Any questions for Dave for the vocab crew over in Gallia before we head out? No? All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was awesome. Caleb,
All right.
Amber, Cody, great seeing all of you. Love having you back.
Thanks for having us. And we're going to jump right back on the contract here, get it done, because there's some more clouds coming in. So, and then we're going to eat lunch. So we will see you guys later.
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Great job. All right. That wraps up our segment live from Gallia County. So proud of that vocab crew and everything they do there. It's really awesome. So great segment as always from Dave. Now we're going to head over to Harrison and hang out with our friends at Caddis. We did a lot of education this morning, vocab, life skills. Now we're going to play some games during our lunchtime segment. So come back and join us live from Caddis. But there is going to be one change in our lineup real quick. 1 o'clock, we're going to be switching that out from Columbus to AOTL now. We're going to do a drawing class to finish out the day. So I'm sure everyone's excited about that. All right, but come back and join us for Gaming with Caddis here at 12 o'clock. See you soon.